So sitting here on the 24 VB WRX, and we're going to do the free horsepower mod today. This airbox has a carbon filter in it. That carbon filter's got to go. It's for emissions, like I get it, I get why it's in there, but it's got to go. Michigan doesn't have emissions, so yeah. Yank it, get rid of some restriction, a little bit better airflow, maybe induction noises. Get to hear the turbo spool a little bit. Be awesome, but we'll see what it does. So you just, in order to get into your airbox, you do these two clips. Ion did the map sensor, the mass airflow sensor, your map sensor. Be careful with this guy. This guy's expensive. And I'm gonna undo this hose clamp here for the intake, which is a really weird route for this. That runs down through the fender, apparently, into the turbo. This is your hot pipe. Which, hot pipe being plastic kind of sucks. I'm going to replace that too. Not today, but at some point. I'm going to undo this hose clamp, slide it out, take this off, because that filter right there has got to come out. It's glued in, so it's got to be kind of like wiggled out. This will make you non-emissions compliant if you're in emissions compliant state, so beware of that. So got the charcoal filter out of there. All the filter does is it's supposed to prevent hydrocarbons from coming back up the air intake when the engine's off. Bunch of hocus pocus bullcrap, if you ask me. So that's what it looks like without that carbon filter in there. It is glued in. You're gonna have to rip it out, and once it's out, it's out. You might be able to glue it back in. You might not be able to. I don't know. I'm not going to try it. I don't need it where I live at. So it is actually, that is super freaking restrictive on airflow. Like, you can barely blow through it. So how the hell this car even breathes is beyond me. And a turbo car's got to breathe. But we're going to go ahead and put together the airbox and see what I get on my way to work. Also, it's super dirty in here, man. I need to detail my engine bay. Not today, because we're supposed to be getting thunderstorms. Hopefully cool it off, because Florida decided to give Michigan its weather. But yeah, that's it's kind of where we're at here. That's a little free horsepower mod. We'll say free horsepower mod, but go ahead, slide this back in. There is a channel down there that the airbox does sit in, the back of the airbox does. And hook up our air intake, and we'll be good. Pretty easy, pretty simple job, actually. So the newer Subarus, like the VBs, they're decent at relearning. They're not like Subarus of old. So that pulling that carbon filter out shouldn't be a huge deal. Should be pretty safe without a tune. Now if it was cold air intake, definitely would want to tune it. Catback exhausts would definitely want to tune it. The boxer engines they're just finicky. You don't want to make them unhappy, because if they get unhappy, it gets expensive real fast. Let's go ahead and start it up. Our air box is in, our air intake is hooked back up and tightened down. Our map sensor is plugged back in. Make sure your map sensor is plugged back in before turning your freaking vehicle on, or you are going to throw a code that you do not want. We'll give it a few. Just sit here and be like, what the hell? It's gotta have a little bit of time to relearn. Also, I've hit 13.1 pounds in this thing. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Sit here, let it idle, let it do its thing, and I'll go drive it and let you know how it goes. I'll give you guys an update. So the car feels more responsive without that carbon filter being in there. Did have it kind of slug out one time. That's just the ECU learning. The ECU is doing all its trims because now it has way more airflow. It's actually seeing and getting what the map sensor's been seeing. I gotta believe that that carbon filter was absolute huge restriction on that system, but so far so good. Hasn't blown up yet. Fingers crossed.